Okay, for my last and final slide, I will be going over the advantages and disadvantages to coercive power. The advantages: it provides the element of fear to employees. It seeks to force or compel certain behaviors. Examples of coercive power includes threats of write-ups, demotions, pay cuts, layoffs, and termination if the employee doesn't follow orders. Disadvantages: it creates a problem for organizational effectiveness in the long run. Coercion tends to lower job satisfaction in employees. Coercive leadership decreases creativity and innovation within an organization. Threat of punishment can become meaningless and even counterproductive because employees may cease to respect the legitimacy of the manager. To wrap this up and kind of piggyback on all this, I believe there's more disadvantages to coercive power. Um, Coercion tends to lower job satisfaction. If you use this type of power on employees, it might bring them down. It might slow down productivity if you have employees that are constantly afraid of losing their jobs. If you're the type of manager that keeps putting pressure and keeps threatening them with termination or paperwork or demotions, overall that doesn't raise productivity levels in employees. That also has an effect on the organization itself. If you're a manager and all you're using is coercive power to manage your employees, then you're going to have an entire group of people that are depressed and scared and really don't like showing up to work. As far as losing the respect of and the legitimacy of the manager, I believe that does happen a lot. I myself, I've been privy to this because being in the military, I've had a lot of supervisors that were constantly threatening me with paperwork and demotions just because they're in that positional power. At one point, I just lost all respect for that supervisor. So I really didn't care. I know I was under contract, so I wasn't exactly going to get kicked out. But I showed up for work. I did my job. I did what was expected of me. I might have not met his expectations, and he might have kept threatening me with paperwork and demotions. But to a certain point, I didn't care. I didn't respect him as a manager or a supervisor. And honestly, I just didn't give a crap about the guy. So it really just, it's not a very good tool to use on employees. It would be one thing if you have that one employee who just doesn't get off of his butt and work and meet the expectations, and you have to threaten that person with paperwork or pay cuts or demotions, then yes, that's understandable. But aside from that, it's not something that I would use as a manager. This concludes my slides. I will give it over to Marlena or Jordan. I hope you guys have a great class. Very looking forward to seeing you guys in week 5. And I hope you enjoyed this presentation and my YouTube videos. I apologize that I couldn't be there in class for you guys, but unfortunately it's Valentine's Day and it falls on a Wednesday, so I kind of had plans. But anyways, guys, have a great class, and I hope you enjoy this. Take care, guys.